All right, so we're going to come back to our geometric figure here. And the first thing you're going to do is unlock the top layer and make sure it's selected. So we're going to make this more fancy, more intricate, more involved, and we're going to work with the top layer first. So the first thing we're going to do is grab with the Eyedropper Tool this top path, okay? Then we're going to go over here to the pen tool, and we want to make sure that we are on this middle line here, okay? So I'm going to click there and then hold shift down so it's at 45 and click there. And then we're going to go down right about there and click again. I'm going to tap escape to get out of the pen tool right there. And then I'm going to go to the direct select tool and I'm going to grab I'm just going to click and select on this anchor point, and then it gives me the circle, which if I click and hold and drag on, it'll kind of wrap that into a curve, okay? I'm going to go ahead and go grab this whole thing, okay? And then tap O, which is the reflection tool, and I'm going to go up to this top anchor point and hit Alt, click, okay? And I'm going to hit copy, okay? Because we want the vertical reflection and we want copy, okay? So it gives me two of them, which is good. Now what I'm going to do is zoom in, Control plus, maybe again, Control plus. I'm going to grab this direct selection tool, okay? And I'm going to kind of go drag a box around this point right here. Okay, so where the two come together. I'm going to go over to where it says anchors here on the properties panel, and I'm going to click that, and it's going to make it joins them together. It connects them, okay? So I'm going to go Control O back into a better window. I'm going to grab this selection tool, so it's already selected, and then I'm going to tap R, which is the rotate tool. And I'm going to find the center, okay, it's like tight as I can get it, okay. And I'm going to hit Alt, click, okay. Now, we want to rotate it 90 degrees, and we want to make sure it's a copy. So we're doing the same thing. Terrible. Okay, one more time. Okay. We're going to go undo cut. Okay. One more time. Let's try and do this again. Okay. Click on that. Click R. Alt, the center. Alt, click. 90 degrees. And we hit copy. Okay. That's what I wanted. So I want to hit Control D again. It does all those keystrokes again, and Control D one more time. So we're creating something that is symmetrical all the way around. Okay, so now I want to select this petal again at the top. Okay, so just only this top petal, right? Okay, only that top guy, and we're going to go Control C, which is copy. Okay, and then I'm going to lock this top panel up. So I'm going to lock that guy up. We're going to open up the middle and do that trick we learned before, which is Control F. Control F. And what that did, okay. So a key here, you have to have it blue. It has to be selected in that kind of gray blue. Now I can go over here and go Control F. And you see how I get that blue box there? It means that it has been pasted on that layer, but exactly behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Eyedropper tool and hit this, that middle layer path, okay? And then we're going to crank this guy up to, I think we had it at 45. We're going to click that. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, now just to add a little variety, instead of doing the same old thing, what I'm going to do is I am going to select this, V select, so it's already, so click here, V select. Okay, I'm going to go R, and then Alt, and then the center guy right here. Okay, and instead of doing 90, what we're going to do is we're going to go 45. So we're going to move it out of the way, and I'm not going to hit copy. I actually want to move it 45 degrees to the left. So it's going to look like that. So we're getting some variety here. And then what I'm going to do is do that again. So we go to the center, we hold Alt and click again. And then what I'm going to do is do a copy of that at 90. Okay, so we hit copy. Okay, which is pretty cool. So it's getting more interesting. Okay, I'm going to go Control D, just like that. So the petals should be getting more interesting. Okay, we're going to lock those layers like that. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top layer. Okay, and we're going to use the rectangle tool. Okay, so I'm going to select this layer. I'm going to tap M, which for some weird reason is the rectangle tool. Oh, I have not selected that layer. So we go to the top. Okay, then I go M, and I'm just going to click on the panel anywhere. Okay, and it gives me the dialog box. So we're going to go 20, tab 20. Okay, so, and I'm going to hit OK, and it gives me, because we were working with outlines, it gives me the outline of a rectangle, which is great. Okay, except that I don't want this gray. I want the top layer, which is going to be this guy right here. Click, okay. And then I'm going to, while this shape is still selected, we're going to go horizontal line and we're going to go vertical line. So it lines up exactly. Now, if you look really closely at this, the rectangle, it's actually hanging out over the edge. So if I go Control plus, Control plus, Control plus, and then I kind of grab, I'm using the middle mouse button to use the hand tool. Okay, you see this, like this light blue line, that is the outside of our board. Okay, so this outline is hanging out over it. So we actually want to select, I'm going to go Control O again. We're going to grab the eyedropper tool, and I actually want to select this guy, which is the inside stroke. Okay, and I click that, and oops, undo. So I'm going to grab this, grab that. Okay, eyedropper tool, inside stroke. Okay, so what it did, now if you look at it, all of that stroke is, and if I hold down the middle mouse button, which is the, I'm holding on the scroll wheel, you see that now the outline is on the inside of the shape, which is cool. Okay, Control 0. So we're going to do that. I want you to select that, and then we're going to go Control Copy. Okay, we're going to lock this layer, open up the next one. We're going to go Control F. Okay, and then we're going to grab the ink dropper and go to the middle layer inside. Okay, we're going to pop that guy up. We're going to push this a little bit. Let's push it to, actually, let's push it to 45. Okay, so we get kind of like a fatter inside ring. I'm going to go back to the top, and instead of, I'm going to select that outside, and here, instead of 18, I'm going to pop it up to 27. And this is because we're creating a frame for the entire thing, and I want the laser cutter to have kind of a little bit of a beefier frame to actually grab. Okay, and let's grab the next layer. So lock that next layer, the middle layer, and we'll select that again. And let's go, instead of 45, let's go 54. Even a little bit bigger, pop like that, so it's even a little thicker. And then we're going to do it again. Okay, so it's already copied. We're going to go to the bottom, and I'm going to go Control F. Okay, so it pasted in place again. We want to go Eyedropper Tool and grab the inside of the darkest stroke, and then here we're going to change that to 81. Okay, and hit Enter, and it gives me even more. Okay. It doesn't hurt to save this stuff as we're going along. Okay, so we have all of that done. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this guy, and I'm going to turn off these other layers and just look at the top layer. Right up here, and I'm going to select it so we can actually edit it. I'm using grabbing the scroll wheel. Okay, and then I'm going Control plus to zoom in. Press down on the scroll wheel. Okay. What I want to do for the laser cutter, you can imagine that all of this needs to be connected to the outside frame. Otherwise, these pieces, if we go back to this, these pieces are going to be cut out and they're not connected to anything. So we want to be able to make sure that it's cut and it holds. So I'm going to grab the pen tool. Actually, I'm going to grab the ink dropper tool. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab this guy. Okay. And we're going to do pen tool. I'm going to grab from right here, from that anchor point here, click, hold shift down and go up and go click like that. And hit escape. So what that is doing is it's connecting it to Control O. It's connecting it to the edge. We want to do that on all of the edges. Okay, so we've already got click, hold shift so it's nice and straight, click, okay. You can tap escape to get out of it, click, hold shift so it's nice and straight, click, escape, escape, anchor, click, drag out, click that, escape. My escape tool is very sticky here. Okay, so now all of those edges are selected. So if we cut out the outside frame, everything will be attached, okay? We want to do that with the middle layer as well. Turn that one off, close that out, do this. And this time I'm going to go to the corners. So I'm going to grab my ink dropper tool, grab the middle layer stroke, grab tap P for the pen tool, click here, and hold shift so it's at 45 and go to the edge. Escape. I'm going to type, all of this was at 45. Okay. We're going to go here, click here, shift to the corner, and just continue doing that. Hit escape in between. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go V back to the selection tool, go Control 0, back to this. Okay, it looks, I'm happy with it. I'm going to turn it off and lock it, and then I'm going to go to the bottom layer that looks like this. Now maybe with this guy, you can do really anything you want. So maybe I'll do the corners again. But really at this point, I'm going to kind of let you guys go, okay? To kind of like do what you want to do. We need to connect everything, but you can start playing around. I'm going to grab the eyedropper tool. Make sure you have this stroke. We had it set to 81 for the lowest level. So I'm going to go back. Remember, you have to have this selected and unlocked. Use the pen tool again. Maybe I'm going to do every single one. Okay, so I'm going to go around, shift to the edge. You can do this. Oops, that's fine. You can do this if you want. Tap escape. So I'm going to go V, grab this guy, and then I didn't grab the right stroke. Sorry, guys. There we go. This one, and then 81. Okay, so I'm going to use the pen tool and go all the way around. I'm also going to stop talking because it's all the same thing. Okay. Okay, there it is. holding shift to make sure the lines are straight. Okay. Tapping escape to break the line. You can also use the rotate tool to do this if you want. Tap escape to get out of that. Okay, looks fine. So essentially I connected my interior design to the outside frame. Turn all that back on, see what it looks like. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna lock that guy when I'm not working on it. Now let's say that I just want to play around with it a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of cut you guys loose on this point, okay? So make it look cool, okay? I'm gonna play around a little bit, see what I can come up with. I feel like I want to draw some, like almost like a box where I have some lines that are coming this direction, around like that. That might be kind of cool. I don't know. So I'm gonna play with it, and I'll pause the video and then come back. Okay, I made it a little more fancy. So you can see my different layers here. Sorry, you can see my different layers here. Top layer, middle layer. I didn't really do anything in the middle layer, bottom layer. Just gave it a little something. So, okay. Wait a minute, I don't see the middle layer here. There we go. So you guys can go as crazy as you want. Just have some fun with it, okay? I'm gonna pause this really quick. Okay, so we are almost done. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna select these 3 layers, holding shift and select all 3. And then I'm gonna click them and we're gonna drag those 3 to this plus where it says create new sublayer. And what that does is it creates copies. It says top copy, middle copy, bottom copy. Okay, what I'm gonna do at this point, and that's so that we have the originals, so we don't mess them up, just in case things get a little wonky in the next parts. We want to have we want them to still be there. We're going to turn them off though. We're going to turn off the visibility. Okay, so you can see they're copies, so they're all right there. Nothing really changed. I'm going to turn the visibility off for these 2, and we're just looking at the top copy. I'm going to select it and go like this. Okay, now on this guy, I'm going to go Control A, and that selects everything there. Okay, I'm going to go over here to, actually, I'm going to go up to Object and go down and go to Path. And then we're going to go over to Outline Stroke. So Object, Path, Outline Stroke. And what it does is it creates a path on the outline of the stroke. Then I'm going to go, with all of that still selected, I'm going to go over here to the Pathfinder tool, which is right. Oops, sorry. It's all right. It doesn't really matter. There we go. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to select this guy right here, which is click to unite. And you're going to see all of those intersections go away. So it's like this smooth thing. And what that does is it creates a path that the laser cutter can actually go around, okay? And you'll see that we have a fill on our lines, but we don't have a stroke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the fill, okay? And then I'm going to click the stroke, and we're going to go to a black color. Okay, so that is the path that the laser cutter would follow. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to lock that, and we're going to do this for every layer. I'm going to turn that off, turn this on, middle copy, Control A. object, path, outline stroke. So we get that, and then we go to Pathfinder, click that, and it creates all the outlines. We go over here to fill, we turn the fill off. We go to stroke, and I select this guy right here, and we want to turn it to black. Yours may look different than mine. I was messing around with it earlier, so just select black, okay? Or you can run the K value all the way up to 100. So that's that guy. Okay, lock that, turn it off, open that up, unlock, bottom copy, Control A. We're going to go object, path, outline stroke. Okay, click the Pathfinder, fill, I'm going to turn off, stroke, selected black. Okay. And that essentially is the end of the project. I'm going to run another short video. So this is it for today. You can give me a screenshot of all of these layers on top of each other. It's going to look like a giant mess, but that's okay. Scribble your name on it, submit it to Schoology. The next one is going to be how you send those to me so that we can actually cut them on the laser cutter and have some fun. All right, you guys are awesome.